one agency, 12 realtors in the high-stakes competitive world of real estate. Will an inspection jeopardize the sale of an agent's own home?
It doesn't sound good.
It kind of makes me mad.
Then tempers flair at a realtor's open
I
house.
think the bathrooms need to be updated.
Anybody who touches those bathrooms, they got no business living in this house.
And the agency's award ceremony gets heated as everyone competes for the top spot.
It's always fun when you've had a good year to be acknowledged for that success.
I'm expecting one today.
The rankings this year, it was tight. We bought our house about 7 months ago. We hadn't anticipated selling it, but I own too many houses, so we're contemplating just scaling back a bit. Hey guys. Ginny and Serge are clients of mine that have been clients now for about 4 or 5 months. How are you?
Good, good.
They're a young couple starting out with a newborn baby, and they're coming out of New York. This particular client that has been looking for a while and has bid on other properties, I know what they want at this point. I think our house would match it fairly well. I think it'll be the perfect fit.
All right,
This is
so
it.
let's see.
We bought the house for $690,000, and we got a very good deal, so we were willing to do some of the work. We had to paint from top to bottom. Literally every room was some really odd color. Living room first.
Is this what you call something?
Sunken. This is actually the original part of the house.
Is it?
This was back in 1800s. This room, it was a guest cottage.
Original floors.
This is the original floors. Dining room, obviously, with double French glass doors going off to the courtyard out here.
Oh, I love this.
And I told you the kitchen is obviously the part that we have plans to redo.
It doesn't bother me as much as the kitchens that I've seen. You can see the potential.
You get rid of the family room. This has heated floors. When you turn the heat on, it's like so incredible here. And I know you're a glass junkie,
Yes, you
so
know I
the
am.
more windows, the
This-
better. You can't get
This
more windows than
actually, Serge, did you see that?
the wet
You
part.
didn't see any?
Wow. The wine refrigerator and everything. It's all here. I mean, it's all good.
I like that bar.
It's sold.
Don't worry, I'll get you some wine.
Just perfect for entertaining people.
And then the greenhouse we had all redone. We had to put all new glass and stuff in it because it was really kind of demolished when we got here. But it works great. It gets a ton of sun, so I put this up just to filter the sun. Otherwise, it just fries your plants.
Now this will
Are we
break
keeping you up? You're yawning away.
battery's bored. This will break your heart, but if you're not a green thumb, what other uses for this room?
Put a little sitting area out here. You could put a couple of wicker chairs, or you could take it off and just put French glass doors back here outside if you wanted to a courtyard. Master bedroom. Nice bay window. You get the morning sun in here. Closets.
Yes.
Closets, I'll let you
So
go
this
in.
is mine. Where's hers gonna be?
After you.
Don't worry, there's one for each of you. And there's a safe in this one, too. I won't tell you where it is yet. Because you can't be trusted.
That's what I wanted. That's what I need.
I might show Serge. And then this is the bathroom.
Okay.
It's got a bidet. It's never been used by us, but
I won't be used by me either.
guest bedroom or kids' bed or whatever. Lots of windows in this room.
Yes, I like this room.
Yeah, the windows are great in all the rooms, I think. You get a lot of good cross ventilation. That pretty much concludes our tour for today. So another house under your belt.
What is this? Makes this 51?
I know, you've broken my record. It's a little nerve-wracking when showing your own house. I now know that. I've never actually done it with my own client. They're kind of like friends at this point, so it's a little easier. I wouldn't just bring any client into my own house, but I think it went pretty well.
Definitely in this price range, Rory's house beats all. It's a beautiful house. The only thing that we would have probably commented on is the kitchen. We would like to see a more updated kitchen, but it does at least have the potential to go with the rest of the home to remodel the kitchen. But other than that, it's absolutely beautiful.
There's room to grow in it and to change things as we grow with him.
Today's my realtor open house on Ravenscroft. It's $3 million, and it's a really amazing house built in 1920. Probably about 24 rooms. It's got about 7 bedrooms, living room, dining room, music room, gorgeous veranda out back overlooking the grounds. Of course, the regular kitchen, pantry, back room for the servants. The bathrooms are just like, they're so gorgeous. They're all original, but they're like Egyptian tombs. When you walk in, you feel like King Tut's gonna be in the corner.
It's a great house. It's very livable. We can go downstairs and play pool. We can play ping pong. We can watch TV. Just sit in this beautiful room and have the fireplace going and enjoy a cocktail. Boy, that sounds good to me right now. As much as I love this house, I want to see it go to a great buyer who recognizes the value that this house has.
Today we are serving a boxed lunch. We've put them in gold boxes to look like gold bricks.
I'll, of course, be hiding a 1927 $20 gold piece in one of these bars, so someone's gonna be very, very lucky. This little thing's worth about $1,000. Like this thing, okay? Because I wanna get it up and running. It's 11 o'clock. Okay. You never fully dress without a smile. I thought, this would be a really fun and uplifting thing for us to do for this open house. Yeah. Please look around, help yourself.
Absolutely. It looks beautiful.
Got little lunch in little gold boxes.
It's gotta be like down here. What if we pull from the bottom?
Exactly.
The whole thing is
Pull from wherever we want to pull it. I'll tell you right now, though, it's not probably at the very bottom.
This house has to have steel beams. I can't get closer.
I hate when that happens. It's right.
When I showed my own home to Serge and Janine, it was certainly unnerving. I'm not accustomed to showing my own property myself. I already told her exactly what the house was like before she came. I didn't even tell her it was mine. I said, I've got a house for you, but it's going to be $800,000 firm. There's no negotiations. And she said, good, where is it? And was all excited. So, and of course, I told her it was mine. They looked at that night, basically gave me the nod, and called me the following morning and said that they wanted me to put the offer together. And that's where it became tricky too, because now I'm writing an offer on my own house for my own client. Was very unnerving, and I even encouraged them at that point to possibly have somebody else do it. And they said, no, come on, they trusted me, and it's worked out incredibly well. They feel good about the whole relationship and have decided to go forward and purchase it. And so now the next steps are the attorney review and then home inspection. So hopefully that'll all go as well as the first part.
Coming up, Roy's home inspection reveals some unsettling news.
It doesn't sound good.
And will a bathroom at Sam's open house turn off the other realtors?
I think the bathrooms need to be updated.
Anybody who touches those bathrooms, they got no business living in this house. When you look at the details in the house, the burled walnut is really beautiful the way it's done, and it's all original as you see it. This gold leaf, yeah, I don't believe it's original. It's a little bit much for me. When the first owners lived here, his wife died, so he remarried. The new wife hated kids. So she actually had these gates installed here in the dining room to keep the kids out. You see up here, this is how the house used to look and how it was decorated back in the day. It's got a really great back porch here that's all screened in for summer dining, and of course the pool.
This is a pretty kitchen. It is really pretty. It's pretty. Right. But it seems small for the magnitude of the rest of the rooms at the moment. I have like 19 or 20 cousins. I could just have them all move here. Yeah. The backyard's big enough. We could farm back there. That'd be good farmland. Who has all this in their house? I think my entire house fits in the square footage of this master suite. I'm not kidding. I always wonder how much closet space these things will have. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous.
This bathroom, the fact that they kept it and it was able to be maintained all these years, it's just very cool.
Oh, wow.
That's just the kitchen too.
This is awesome. That is really cool.
Really
This
neat.
is awesome.
It's a wow.
The tile is really cool.
It's
Somebody
really neat. That's what I mean. I don't know if the house has that much personality that needs to have this bathroom.
Surely people who buy this house will see the bathrooms and realize that they are truly museum quality, in my opinion, and they're not gonna rip it out and put it in some big jacuzzi.
I would put jacuzzis in the bathroom, update the toilets, sinks, probably a steam shower.
You don't touch those bathrooms. They are like the Vatican. You don't touch them, they are a shrine.
As the kitchen is updated in a fine fashion, I think the bathrooms need to be updated.
Anybody who touches those bathrooms, they got no business living in this house. They need to go back to the trailer where they came from.
We've only lived here, I think 6 months, maybe 7. We're actually scaling down. So we've opted to make our residence here just more manageable. And I'm not a condo person, so we're buying a cottage in a private gated community called Llewellyn Park that needs some renovation, but we got a really good deal. It was a foreclosure, so it's exactly what we need.
After seeing roughly 20 to 30 homes, maybe a little more than that, we got a really good idea of what we were looking for. And I think after seeing the house, we made our decision very quickly. It was a pretty easy decision.
Serge, you ready to go?
Absolutely.
You gonna put your coat on? Because he's gonna do the outside first, probably, yeah.
Yeah, we'll start on the outside of the house.
Home inspections are not fun, especially when they're your own. My least favorite part of the job, actually. Sitting around watching somebody tear a house apart is not all that exciting. And out of my own house, I have to go through it, so I'll make it.
I'm here as a fact finder. I'm here to tell you what the condition of the property is, give you insight into the house. You decide what's acceptable to you.
Okay. His first question is, why are the squirrels so fat?
That's because there's no. That's because there's no predators around.
You got to remember, he's from Manhattan, so.
The squirrels are pretty skinny. Like
They're little scrawny little rats with fur.
They come up to the. Now, if you look up in here, you can see there's termite damage. This is obviously not capable of supporting your house here. It doesn't sound good.
Coming up, will termite damage cost Roy the sale of his home?
The termite thing I'm a little surprised at because it kind of makes me mad.
And will Sam's clients make an offer on his multi-million-dollar listing?
I've got plenty of money to buy this house, so you never know.
Serge and Janine have decided to go forward and purchase my house. And the next steps are the attorney review and then home inspections. Home inspections are not fun.
You can see there's termite damage. It doesn't sound good. This is obviously not capable of supporting your house here. The termites hollow it out from inside. If you have to replace this, you basically take the pressure off the house, cut it in sections, take it out, and put pressure-treated lumber back in. It's a structural repair, but it's not an unusual repair. It's a pretty common thing to have to do.
The home inspection actually is pretty much what I expected. I mean, they're bound to find things. If they don't, then it's like they're not doing their job. So I expected them to find things. The termite thing I'm a little surprised at because it kind of makes me mad because we've got a termite warranty in place. So, which is good because then they're going to have to do the treatment.
With the home inspection, I believe that everything will probably work itself out in the end. He'll give us a full report. And from that, we'll see what we can do with it, and if it's something that we can accept.
The conditions we found here are not unusual. They're very typical. The house was well-built, well-maintained. The one issue we have is the termite damage.
Damn bugs.
The bugs.
The New Jersey Devils.
Yes.
The house inspection today was somewhat eye-opening, but most of the things that we found are things that you would expect of this type of home, things that can be fixed very easily.
This will be our next year project as we buy furniture for the home and start to make it all our own.
I think it'll be a point in our relationship where we find out who's got the true taste.
Today is my open house at Ravenscroft, and the invitations went out with the temptation of a 1927 $20 gold piece that is uncirculated and worth way too much money to be given to a realtor, but I'm doing that today to one lucky realtor. Come on, pick a box.
I think I'll go with this one. Nice one. My goodness, look. That's mine. Goodness gracious.
Congratulations.
That's absolutely wonderful.
Glad you won it. Thank you for coming.
Oh, goodness gracious. I really love it. As much as the house.
My own clients are here today talking to the seller.
What was this, 1920?
They started in 1924 and they finished in 1931.
I invite them to my realtor open house, which normally you don't do, but when I have someone that I know is interested in the house, I invite them for my realtor open house.
The reason it's called Ravenscroft, he was a poultry farmer in Germany, and that was the name of his farm. And when he came here, he took the name and he actually raised chickens and took their eggs to the Automat. He owned Automats in Manhattan.
Yes, I remember those.
Isn't it gorgeous?
You know, this house reminds you of Coral Gables, Miami type.
Yeah,
like the
certainly the
Biltmore.
vintage, yeah. Every bathroom has tiles like that that are the
Spectacular condition, because most often you see things that used to be this lovely and it's a heartbreaker.
This is the sitting room where I never sit.
But it's no room,
It's
but
all right, you can look at it and think about it.
They've got plenty of money to buy this house, so you never know. So it wouldn't be a bad thing.
We just fenced that in.
Is it tile? Yeah. It's terracotta tile.
We just redid the roof and copper gutters. They just finished on Saturday.
It's a very interesting property.
This one is
I think
very
this
special.
is priced very fairly, and I think it's a good value.
Very nice,
We'll be in
thank you.
touch.
Thank you, it's beautiful.
I'll be talking to y'all later. The open house is over. I had 50 gold bars in there when I started. I only have about 4 left. Very successful. I'm kind of proud, you know, the humble person that I am not. I'm very pleased with how things came out. Alone at last.
Yes.